Previously on Dungeons Against Humanity.
Who wants to go on a suicide mission to kill the king of Kisawar?
So is this is the floating island, right?
The floating island. Have the ally ship of Una, spiraling tower that comes straight up out of the center of the garden. It's the Black Garden! You see a Dracolich.
Fuck it, I'm gonna be a barbarian here. Grappling hooks.
You now have the world's angriest Macy's Thanksgiving Day.
So you are unconscious.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna ride it to the top.
It drops down and it lands in an open courtyard. Before you
Oh god.
is a throne.
Oh god.
And upon the throne, Tobin Elithar, the Eighth. Hello, Salima. I'm glad you've come home. Everybody ready?
Where were we?
So, by the
Last
way,
week on.
when you said level check, I thought you were asking, like,
Yeah.
Too,
what level
and I was
are
like,
we?
I have no freaking clue.
I'm level 6, same as last time.
I mean, you'll level up once you take a long rest, but
That's a long way off.
Waiting 8 hours after she's been captured by...
Like she's been captured by the Drake Witch. Let's take a break, guys.
I just snap,
yeah.
take 5.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I'm pretty sleepy here.
right? Who captured
Yeah.
whom?
We begin this session with a flashback.
Doodle-doo. 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 Doodle-doo.
It is on Sadawar. It is, well, let's do the math. How old is your character?
44.
Salima is 44.
Mm-hmm.
Can she be 46?
Yes.
I need her to be 46.
Then you should have told me she was 46.
I wasn't,
How old is your character? 46, right?
She's had some memory loss.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize it until I was doing the math. So,
Give or take a few years.
Always 46, always been 46, it's fine.
yeah. So,
Let's just forget the whole thing.
take a hit point.
They say 46 is the new 44.
It's true. It's true.
So, she is 46 at this point.
In the flashback?
No.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
In this flashback, you are 18 years old.
Okay.
And you are on Sadawar. You have been to Sadawar a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
You come to Sadawar now with a very specific purpose. You're here to meet the king.
Mm-hmm.
You've been in his service now for several years. You were an orphan that was raised by the nuns and the monks in the monastery. You became a monk yourself.
Mystic.
Monk, mystic,
Yeah.
all of those psi powers and ki powers and chi powers and
Yes.
all of those points.
Yes.
The last queen, Una of Gelot, discovered what was about to happen to her children. She tried to escape, and in doing so, she was killed and her younger son was also killed. Her older son went the way of the
Older.
Tobins before him.
Mm-hmm.
The king is on the western side of the isle. They have just buried Una, the queen. He is standing among the graves, looking at the fresh gravesite of Una and Una's younger son. His head is bowed, and there are tears on his face. How do you greet him?
So what I need to know at this point is, am I aware of the way that he has extended his life so thus far?
Yes.
Okay.
You were the one who was sent to erase the queen's memories. By the time that you got there, however, the people who were supposed to be holding her had messed up their jobs, and she attempted to escape, and in the escape, both she and her younger son were killed.
Gotcha. Then I think Salima would step up beside him, not touch him, and just hold the space for his grief.
The king, I should note, right now looks about the age of 17.
He turns to you, and he says, forgive me, what is your name?
Salima.
Thank
Your
you.
Highness.
Do not call me that right now. Just call me Tobin. Will you walk with me?
Of course you're Tobin.
And he leads you out of the graveyard towards the western side of the isle. The graveyard is small at this point. And you walk along the edge of the isle. It is the edge that faces towards Kisawar. You can see Kisawar in the distance, the mountains, Medoge, the ruins of Al-Elefar, the coastline, everything that the king is responsible for. He looks out over it and he says, "It is too much. It's too much. I can't." And he is breaking down and is actually going to kind of fall to the ground, staring at Kisawar, and is just shaking and crying.
Oh.
And saying, I can't do this again. I can't. How is anyone supposed to keep doing this? And then he looks at you and he says, "Do you know, when all of this first began, they brought me thieves. They brought me murderers. They brought me prisoners, people who had done terrible things. And that was still terrible, but something more acceptable. But it wasn't enough. The younger the life, the longer I got. So they proposed to bring me orphans, and I couldn't. No. How could I ask anyone else to make that kind of sacrifice? It had to be me. It had to be my children. How many lives is this worth?" And he gestures towards Kisawar.
Perhaps it's not wise to ask those questions when you just have to save those lives. All of those lives out there.
Do you know, in the last census, we had growth for the first time. For the first time in 10 years, there are more babies being born here than there are those dying. Is that worth it?
That's peace.
I'm sorry, I'm not myself. What is your name again?
Instead of answering him, she hugs him.
Well, now I feel a little bit bad about killing him.
How many lives is peace worth?
I think that answer would vary depending on who you ask.
I suppose it also depends on, can peace exist if he goes down? Is it actually tied to him, or is it just progress?
Back in the present,
Yes.
you stand in a darkened room. The Draco Lish has brought you there. This room exists sort of inside of a volcanic crater, as if this volcanic crater of obsidian collapsed inward, and you are now inside of its core.
Dormant, I assume.
Dormant volcano.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been separated from the earth, so...
Magic is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. You're on a floating island. Of course you should ask these questions.
And we've got an obsidian dome above it.
It is open to the sky because the Draco Lich flew down into it. So there's like a dome, but then part of it, much like Mount St. Helens, has collapsed inward. This hole goes downward and then it expands almost as if there's a lava bubble, or again, perhaps it was carved. And in this chamber that is lit by torches, but they cast very, very little light. It seems like the darkness around you is unnatural. You do see, amidst the flickering, the pale masks of the king's bodyguards. And you see the king sitting on his throne. He looks much, much, much older than the flashback, obviously, because he had just been renewed.
Right.
But he also looks a great deal older than the last time that you met, when you were Isaiah. And he also looks at you with terrible, terrible sadness.
But I do have a quick lore question.
Yeah.
Did Salima take her mask from her past in his service, or did he fashion those masks on his bodyguards because he missed Salima?
Ooh.
He snaps.
Was she wearing the mask when she was 18?
That depends, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to say that it was not common for the bodyguards to wear these masks before. But I think that after
The fire?
After the fire, he made everybody wear masks.
Okay.
There's wind. There's wind on Sadawar constantly. The wind moves through the channels of this natural formation that you're inside of in strange ways. And it's almost as if you can hear whispering on that wind. wisdom saving throw.
23.
Ooh, you're fine. You feel this moment of terror as the whispers kind of seem to grow inside of your mind, but you manage, through your discipline, multiple disciplines, to push it away. The king sees this and looks deeply relieved. He sits forward in the chair and gestures to one of the people wearing masks. She steps forward, and standing next to her you see Roxana, your daughter. She has kind of a glassy expression on her face.
Something she's familiar with, right?
Yes. And even as she sees you, you see the woman standing next to her who seems to be guarding her kind of pass a hand over her head. Almost like stroking her head. Yeah. The king says, "It's all right. She's fine. It's the only way to keep her mind safe in this place, unfortunately. It wasn't always thus, but it's been getting much, much worse lately. I knew you would want to see her immediately."
Grab the kid, hop back on the Draco Lich, and run.
Right? I suppose I should thank you for that. Getting worse how?
It was always getting worse, Salima. Year after year, life after life. When we first got married, I told you that you would hate yourself, and that you should, and that was good. And that hatred was the last withered shred of soul left in you. I have lived with that self-hatred for... I'm beginning to forget how many years it's been. And we're gonna jump to the ice.
Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
Yeah.
Right. Now functioning robot.
Maze.
God.
So Solkinn Rai is on the ground. What are you guys doing? The Draco Lich has disappeared
Panicking
into
a little
the sky. Yeah. Salima has gone into the sky.
I'm like, well, shit, guys.
Yeah, we're still in turn order, aren't we? Then I'm gonna roll my next death saving
that's
throw.
fair.
Not if I get to you
Oh,
first.
it was Elahimm's turn next,
That
right?
was my
Yeah.
turn, wasn't it?
Salima took the Draco Lich's turn. It is Ella's turn.
All right. It's my last healing spell,
Thank you.
so I will cast it as a 3rd level spell.
Dang.
You're dying. So that's 3 total then?
And that takes a card, doesn't it?
It's D8 something.
Is it a D8? It's D8.
D8.
Yeah, I can read.
Okay, and then don't you add your intelligence to that?
Yes?
No.
Yeah, it says 1d8 plus 3
Oh, yeah.
intelligence. But I'm guessing it would be 3d8 plus intelligence,
Right.
not 1d8 plus 3 intelligence. Also, get the cards ready.
Yeah.
Please don't be the
11.
instant death card again.
No. 15.
Thank you.
Okay.
Could have been better.
There's a moment where the spark of life re-enters his system, and you hear the whirring of his processor.
Ding!
What are you at now?
15.
Yeah.
Ella is rocking
Yes.
a homebrew that we will put up on the website called Arcane Physicer, because Sarah decided that someone in the party needed to have some fucking healing.
And
She was right.
And the explanation for that is that she picked up a gauntlet of reality bending.
Yes, and so every time Ella casts healing spells, which come from the cleric list, a card is drawn from Cards Against Humanity, and certain things happen.
Ella will return in Infinity War.
Ella, very Ella.
Ella. Everybody except Salima, roll Constitution.
Oh boy.
Are we not doing because it was a targeted spell?
I'm gonna stick to it.
Freaking
20!
15?
11.
Alright, might as well.
It's always the robot.
Una rolled 9.
Oh.
Oh.
Una,
Ghost?
the ghost, gets an ice pick lobotomy.
Oh no!
I-
Wait, can that happen with an incorporeal creature?
I think
If it's an incorporeal ice pick.
I think that
Is she finally driven mad?
Una.
Finally?
I think Una flickers in and out for a moment, and then I know what happens. Una turns to Dimitri and says, "Laddie, the The queen, she went up into the sky. McDonald. Laddie, the queen went up into the sky. I told you not to trust her. She's left you behind.
Yeah, that's a little alarming.
That's so Dimitri. I'll worry about that later.
Does she possess someone?
That would feel probably like a nice babydaddy.
I think she looks at Solkinn Rai.
Oh.
Because you rolled the next highest constitution.
Assuming direct control.
Yeah. She's gonna be the ghost in the machine for a bit. And she says, I can get you up to the... McDonald. I can get you up to the top of the spire.
We need to pick different accents.
I can't do Scottish very well. I can get you up to the top of the spire, but I'll need to take this one. I'll need to take him over.
And you're Irish again.
I'm Irish again. God fucking damn it.
Maybe in this world it's Scottish and Irish put together, which I know Scottish and Irish would hate that idea.
It's Skyrish.
You can't just take people over.
Define taking over.
Well, you're not doing too well, lad. Are you a lad? Forgive me, I don't want to mess up your pronouns.
No pronouns exist. Programming does not understand taking over.
Well, let me put it to you this way. And she leans back and she points back the way that you've come. You guys look that direction?
Yes?
Yes.
There are a couple of mind flayers coming up.
Boy.
Please to expedite.
Oh, yeah, get in there.
Okay, great. She goes Slimer-ish for a second and just kind of pours herself into...
Solkinn Rai does
Solkinn
not
Rai.
react to the gooiness nature of it, but as for myself, the player,
Solkinn Rai kind of goes blank.
and so like the green glowing of his eyes shifts to a faint white.
Not Slimer Green.
And he kind of lurches upright, and you hear kind of tinnily from inside of him, like, how do you work this thing? And then very jerkily starts to move off down through the maze.
I mean, I'm gonna follow.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna ask for a ride. I don't want to get dropped.
That's probably a good idea. She's not functioning this thing too well.
Don't slow down for the elephants.
I'm just gonna provide some cover fire and just zap Sacred Flame a couple times as we're running behind us.
Okay, so I was going to ask, what's the marching order here?
I'm probably after Solkinn Rai and before Dimitri.
Okay, so Dimitri,
Sorry,
you're
guys.
bringing up you're bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to stick with the same rules that you guys had for initiative.
I was gonna say, I feel like we never really left initiative because technically she only possessed the Dracolich for one turn.
Yeah,
It's not
and then disappeared
solved.
into the sky.
Yeah, like it could come back for us.
It could absolutely come back.
Please
for
don't
you.
make it come back for us.
We who are about to die salute you.
I'm gonna run up to Solkinn Rai and be like, here, if you're gonna be driving him, take this. And I will hand over a potion of greater healing.
Good call. Roll for it.
God, because it's one of those awesome ones that you gave us.
You brought it in Soul, right?
Well, this is a special homebrew fancy one, right?
There's a homebrew fancy one that they bought
Put
off
it in
some
someone's home.
they bought off some half orc in Soul.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one,
it was
yes.
On his other
2d10 plus 2.
2d10.
11,
13.
13.
Alright, we're getting you there.
We are at 28.
Okay. It is actually the Mind Flayer's turns.
What?
Oh,
They're
no.
that close?
They're
You think range is a problem for Illithids?
no, they are ways back.
By ways back,
shit.
how much do you mean? Maybe 30 feet?
So I'm saying 120 feet.
Okay,
That's
alright. We can handle that.
uncomfortably familiar number.
So, dash and full movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Mind Flayers go.
Close.
This could go very poorly.
They are actually just going to use their dash options to try to catch up to you. Because this is what they look like, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Squids on human bodies.
Yeah.
Don't let them grapple you.
Okay, so they were taking their moves to just dash after you. What are you doing?
I am shooting Sacred Flames behind me to try and get them to stop running after us.
Okay, roll to attack.
I shoot at these gibbering horrors with
Care Bear Blast.
my Care Bear stare. That is a 15.
Let me ask real quick, are these things eldritch?
They are extremely
Yeah.
eldritch.
Well,
They are the
are you
most
going
eldritch.
to fucking identify yourself? Remember,
I
you
could.
have advantage.
Yes.
On intimidation.
If you don't, I will.
Hi,
If
guys.
they get
I'll
closer.
be like, don't you know who he is?
I want to speak to your manager.
All right, but these are eldritch creatures. Do you want to try to use that intimidation
You know what, yes.
against them? Okay.
Well, I'll just shoot at them with my Eldritch Blast. And let's see, what would he say? Don't you know who I am? I'm friggin' Dimitri Stroganov. I've studied far worse things than you.
Nice.
I'm imagining that entire line was what happened. Like, even when you were trying to think, like, what was that thing?
He's a little distracted.
Yeah. Roll intimidation.
Like, straight out of Rick and Morty.
Oh, that is a 24.
Nice.
You and your charisma checks.
And that is a...
You gain advantage. I'm going to say that you gain advantage on the attack roll.
Okay. My other attack is... Oh, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah, both of those hit.
1d10 force damage. First one is... Oh, just one.
Oh.
Swing them a little bit. The other is 6.
You wing one of them, the other one you kind of stumble, but they are still coming after you. And then I presume you're hoofing it.
Yeah.
Run for your lives. Solkinn Rai doesn't really get a turn because he's...
I assume
He's been-
Una's going at maximum movement.
Yes, yeah.
Which,
yeah.
my speed is 40, so I'm probably overtaking these two.
No,
Mine's 30.
I feel like
40.
feel like
Dimitri's
so-
40.
At some point, I might just hop on your back P-back style because
Yeah.
not worth
Yep.
getting left behind.
80 feet.
You are sharing your body with
I'm
a
imagining
living creature.
It's like in this
Not an
space
undead
where it's
creature.
like all sorts of circuitry, imaging, and streaking electrons, and
She's kind of just like poking at
Yeah,
things and
yeah.
like tugging at them and being like, how do you clean up in here? This needs a broom or something.
ethereal phenomena. What is your plan?
The plan, lad, is to get up to the spire as fast as you can and get across the bridge. Once you're inside the Black Gate, then the Draco Lich can't get to you, and those things, well, they don't go inside anymore.
What must we anticipate?
I haven't been back there ever, but I've seen the masks. The masks that the king travels with. There are 4 of them.
These are similar to the one known as Salima.
Listen, she left you behind. She's not coming back.
She had a purpose.
Well, you have more faith than I do, then.
Faith is not a factor. Logic is.
She pokes you really hard in like one of the neurons. So you guys are hauling ass. The mind flayers are behind you and pursuing.
At this point, I'm going to say Ella has hopped onto Solkinn Rai like a really annoying child, so like my
Yeah.
arms are around his neck. If breathing were a thing he had to do, it would be a problem, but it's not.
His head is like bent back at
Yeah.
a complete like 45-degree angle.
I'm just like holding on for dear life. My legs are wrapped around your waist. I'm just like, don't leave me behind.
There's like the creak of the metal against the joint, but it's totally holding.
It is Ella's turn. Do you want to spend your turn doing acrobatics to attempt to jump up onto Solkinn Rai's back? Because I'm not going to let you just say that you do it.
Please, God. 16?
Yeah, that works.
Sweet. And then can I use my action to cast spell?
Sure, yeah.
Sweet. Firebolt?
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Plus your
10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Alright.
Kind of burns.
I was distracted
Yeah.
by the jump.
Kind of burns part of the maze, but the maze very quickly repairs itself. It is the Mind Flayer's turn.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh wait, I can't attack.
Oh shit! Yeah, you haven't taken damage yet. Anyways, that's why it failed.
Okay, that
That's
would
why
make
it
sense.
failed.
Yeah. Alright.
It's like a fizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh,
I
that's some
attacked the
sparks.
wall.
yes.
I can't do anything about it.
Oh, jeez. Wow,
Yep.
that's horrifying.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just reading the Mind Flayer stuff.
This is a bad sign.
Yep.
I had forgotten about that.
As far as like the worst thing you can hear the DM say in the middle of a fight.
Oh yes, I forgot how overpowered these monsters are that I'm
Yeah.
sending after.
So because Ella is on Solkinn Rai's back at this point, they are...
I've got your back.
I'm imagining you as a human cape.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
I'm going to say that the Mind Flayer attempts a Mind Blast
Put a cape on it.
on
Before I just
Dimitri,
die.
make a
Never take damage, still try to
intelligence
attack.
saving throw.
Intelligence.
Is that all of us?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
just Dimitri.
Uh-oh. That's a 4.
Oh no!
That's a 4, friend.
Don't mess up his hair!
You just got it right.
It's more like what's holding his hair that we have to worry about.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
at 44.
You take 22 damage. He is stunned, so Dimitri goes down.
You just experienced an exploding headache.
Yes, suddenly
Like instant migraine.
It's like a flash of blinding light crosses your eyes, and that's all you can see, and that's all you can hear, and that's all you can feel. And
What about-
Not the
Taste
first
and
time I've
smell.
stared into terrifying oblivion, and it won't be the last.
Optimist.
Una is friends with Dimitri, and so he's going to turn around and
I'm like, don't go! Oh shit!
Ghost friend.
It's one of those turnaround things where his legs are still moving forward and he's like above the torso spins around.
and Ella goes like spinning around. So roll strength. I would let Dimitri die.
Oh God, I'm rolling
Don't
terribly.
let me die. You're the DM. Send mind flayers after us.
That's
Dude.
It's just straight strength.
It's just straight strength.
That's a 9.
That is not enough to pick up poor Dimitri.
9.
Elahimm, can you do anything to...
Mage hand is 5 pounds, right?
Unfortunately, I weigh a little more than that.
First we shrink him, then we pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, can any of these do anything helpful?
Oh God.
That aren't attacks?
You have 4th level spells?
No.
Oh, oh shit! You have fireball.
I can't attack!
Oh shit! Gust of wind.
Is it attack?
No, you shove
it's
them.
just-
It doesn't deal damage. And that's a
You're just creating
strength
wind.
saving throw,
Okay.
which I don't think they're very physically strong.
Okay.
The DM is like...
The DM's doing a little bit
I
of
was gonna
metagame
say-
to preserve the story.
Last time I was Elahimm when we were on the ship, I did Gust of Wind, and it went great.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you pop up over...
And here's the wind-up.
You just pop up over Solkinn Rai's shoulder and cast this back at... Dimitri's on the ground, and so it goes over his head. So all of this wind, and I'm actually going to give them disadvantage on it because you are a cleric of the goddess of wind. And
I'm
so,
touching him. I'm
Yeah,
hanging
and
on
you're
to him
touching
for
him.
dear life.
as you are like
Yeah.
clinging to him,
Wait,
you
didn't
feel...
he get
yeah,
a thing?
Yeah, he got like a hurricane symbol on his
Yeah.
chest. And as you have your hand over it, you feel a flare underneath your
Okay.
hand, and like this gust of wind that comes out is so much stronger. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I love it. I love it. This is epic.
All right, have him roll the strength.
Okay.
Ugh.
That was 2 11s. What? The DC is against your
Spell save.
spell
So
save?
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they both failed because they have disadvantage.
Disadvantage, not advantage.
Yes. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
They are blown quite a ways backwards and
It's
are
like
knocked prone.
Tino
They're
is blasting off again.
Yeah. They go down, and there's a moment or two where you're all kind of frozen in place, and then you see them pop back up and
Yeah.
start running towards you again.
All right, that still bought us some space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dimitri is still stunned. Unfortunately, you're going to be
Damn.
stunned for 1 minute.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is Solkinn Rai's turn.
I imagine Una goes to pick him up.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 10-15.
That's enough. Yeah.
Once again, cradle like a baby.
Cradle like a baby. You have one on your back like a puppy.
Yes, like a little monkey baby.
You're like the dad. You're like the dad of the group.
Robot dad.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not robot.
Say,
Construct.
Construct dad.
say me some construct, Dad.
Monsters are scary.
I'm
What did I tell you about playing with those illithins? They're no
beautiful baby Dimitri.
So I am going to say that you do get around this corner, so you're out of sight of the mind flayers at the moment. The maze around you is like bending with the force of this gale wind, and they are not able to move as quickly as they would. They're having to fight against the wind to chase after
I
you.
just pictured an elephant like walking in the wind, like his mouth tentacles are like flapping in the breeze.
Dog in a car window.
Yeah.
Elleberry, Ella,
Yes.
you are using your turn, correct, to just hang on and concentrate on the gust of wind.
I think that's the best thing I can do.
Yeah. Dimitri, you are still stunned, and so Solkinn Rai,
Stunned
you are
and
just
stunning.
you are just open it. You have entered the center of the maze.
I would like to thank not the DM.
We did it, guys.
that goes across. You
The
did.
bare minimum.
You made it! You're alive! No one died. But you are racing up this spire and entering into the bridge.
Solkinn Rai is.
Solkinn Rai.
Clomp, clomp, clomp,
Clomp,
clomp.
clomp, clomp.
Well,
Awkwardly.
with Una possessing him, it's more like clomp, 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 clomp.
Clomp, clomp.
Just don't trip on the stairs.
Yeah.
Please.
Please don't make me roll that.
Oh, I'm not gonna. It's a ramp. This is ADA. Come on, guys. Like this.
What about this has been accessible in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, you know, just in
Wheelchair
case,
ramp going up
The
from the
maze?
just in case, like someone with a wheelchair decides to go through that death maze. It's got to be great to get down it, though.
Oh my god. You put a wheel on the side and then just go lean against the wall. Just go shoo, 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 shoo.
I was thinking more along the lines of like getting carts up there, you know, and, like.
For snacks.
I mean, you don't
Snack
just
cart.
take the Draco lift.
You don't have enough hit points for this.
I don't have enough points for this.
Guess what? You've just lost one.
You take a wheelchair into this maze, you're gonna be Meals on Wheels.
Take a hit point.
No,
Yes. Take a hit point.
that wasn't even a pun.
It was kind of a pun. It was close enough. It was pun adjacent.
as long as you were
That's gonna be my
doing
headstone.
this.
It was pun adjacent.
All right. So while you guys are just slowly killing yourselves, Salima.
Yes, I'm serious face now.
Yes, serious face, because you are having serious confrontations
Yes.
with
yes.
your baby daddy ex.
Yes.
The person who seems to be guarding Roxana moves to walk out of the room, taking Roxana with her.
I'm just gonna try to use what I used on the Dracolich and see if it works out. That's gonna be Broken Will.
Okay.
And it's an intelligence save of DC 15.
Use it on the king and make him flip off the Dracolich.
As in, like, climb up and jump off, or
That's a
Dracolich just
nat
gets
20.
stabbed.
It is. Yeah, well, I would expect about as much. I mean, these are people who are trained just as well as I am.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
You
Your
had the
mind,
element
like,
of
hits her
surprise,
mind
but-
and just pings off.
Yeah. I'm not going to get anywhere with this.
The king stands up and comes over not too close to you, stops about 5 feet away, and says, "May I see your face?"
Why?
I would like to see your face, but I understand if you feel reluctant.
What's the point of any of these games? You're circling the drain. This entire thing is circling the drain. But you want to see my face. Really?
I am still human, Salima. And I loved you once deeply.
Human enough to hate yourself.
Yes, you remembered.
Unfortunately.
It was quite a clever plan. I'll give you that much.
You act as if it's over.
It is over, Salima. Half my fleet is on its way to Tudavok right now. The other half is currently engaging the ship that brought you here. I doubt there will be any survivors. We will find Raymond. We will bring him back. And then Roxana can live. Does that not seem a fair trade?
You want to know how many lives are worth this? I can tell you. I have the answer now. It's one, and it's yours.
When did this happen? You were with me. You understood.
I was a foolish teenager. You can convince a teenager of anything. And now I've got my own mind. And it is my own. And I am not convinced.
He draws a deep and heavy breath, and you see him kind of slump a little bit and say, "So be it." And he gestures to the other 3 guards and turns away from you. Roll for initiative.
Yeah. Come on.
I must say, every time you get into like monologue mode, like every hair on my body stands up.
18.
Are we all rolling initiatives?
No.
Okay.
No,
Not
you
yet.
guys are not here yet. This is Salima versus
Ka-chunk.
Yes.
Wobble faster.
Mystic battle.
Yeah, right?
They're gonna meditate at each other. One of them goes down. It's just because of an aneurysm. Who will give themselves a stroke first?
Okay. What?
18.
Okay. You go first. There are 3 guards still in the room. They all are all wearing the same mask as you are, but one of them is holding a spear, and then 2 of them pull out kamas, K-A-M-A, which are like
Hand
sort of
scythes?
short. Huh?
Hand size?
Yes,
Scythe?
basically, yeah. Small scythes that you would recognize as the weapon of a monk.
Okay.
So there are 2 monks and 1 mystic. You go first.
Where's the king?
King is about 10 feet away from you, walking back to his throne.
Please go on.
Okay. So I'm going to use my move action with Step of the Wind. Well, actually, I don't even need that, but I'm going to move action towards the king.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go after him with the dagger.
Okay. The dagger of the...
The necrotic dagger.
Yeah, the necrotic dagger.
Yep.
Go for it.
I was hoping to have him come in for a hug, but that didn't quite work out. Okay, 18.
That hits.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going for it.
Okay.
He watches he's not even actually in the room. But this is fine.
Oh.
This is fine. He
Yeah.
just goes poof.
Successful stab.
Alright.
Yeah. Where do you stab him?
Between the ribs. On the left side.
Okay. He makes a noise like, and falls forward halfway onto his throne.
Holy shit, what? This was the dagger of...
He just did.
Yeah, I just killed him.
Whoa!
That's the one-shot death dagger.
Well,
Yeah.
end of campaign.
The guards are still coming after you.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 2 monks go next. They are going to swing at you.
I'm just so deeply concerned because that was too easy to kill him.
Yeah.
I'm deeply concerned.
I feel like this is gonna be a moment where he transforms into a Cthulhuid thing, or
Or it was Tobin or something like that.
no.
Oh,
My
I know
Tobin.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
23.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah. Okay. You take 5 damage.
Oh, okay, that's not too...
The mystic is going to also step forward.
I'm still gonna die.
3rd guard is actually going to run over to the king, and she is going to spend 5 side points to restore life.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But the dagger's inside him still.
Did you take the dagger out?
Ooh, we didn't specify. I'm gonna roll to decide that. So if
That's
it's odd, it's out. If it's even, it's still there. 9. I
Yeah.
took it out.
So you took it out. It still has 1 charge.
It does.
It has 1 charge left.
Yep.
Stab him again.
Yeah, right. Just break it off inside him.
Ah,
If it's the last charge, why not?
give it a shot.
Give him a shot.
Shot of death.
The king kind of gasping lurches back to life, but is still prone. He has 1 hit point.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. A kick can take
I was gonna say, I was just gonna eventually just
I was like,
kick
just
him.
throw a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is entering initiative order.
Of course.
And actually, it's I'm going to say he's going to come in next round.
That makes
Because
sense.
he just came back to life.
Yeah.
Salima, it's your turn.
Oh,
moment to
shit.
collect
Okay.
yourself. After you come back to life.
Okay,
Sir.
so I've got 3 guards. How many guards are in play right now?
You have 3 guards in play. The other guard is still out of the room. You're kind of in the center of them.
Okay.
So they're all within 10 feet of you.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah, right? Dagger's out of play. I'm going with unarmed strikes here. I'm gonna use flurry of blows.
We're about to get some martial arts up in here.
Exactly. I'm gonna go with the one who did the revive because they've been busy.
Yeah.
14.
14 hits.
Awesome. Okay, and so that was using Flurry of Blows, so that means I get to do it twice. So I roll again to hit again?
So you attack and then you do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So that was your first attack. You can now do 2 additional attacks.
Okay, an unarmed strike. What do I roll for that?
What level monk are you?
I think I'm 2.
Okay, so that's a d4.
Okay.
Plus your dexterity or strength modifier.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Next attack.
Next attack.
Which you can actually
That
use
one.
strength with it. Uh-oh.
Ooh. The dagger falls.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You were sheathing it as you were trying to do this strike.
And the second strike and it fell.
Yeah, the second strike fell and you were trying to reach down and grab it as you were swinging. Do you want to try to make a dexterity saving throw to catch it?
Yeah. Oh god, please don't grab the blade. How'd she die? Well,
Not
11.
You do catch it. Yeah.
But it's close.
Yeah.
Like, in slow motion, my fingers almost graze the blade itself and then get the hilt.
Yes.
It's so close.
It's like one of those moments where, like, you're dropping something and keep batting it around, trying not to actually hit the bladed part.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
exactly.
And then just dropped it.
Yeah. It's the monk's turn. They have observed this dagger.
Yeah, I bet.
And are very interested in getting at it.
Give me the knife.
So, that's a nat
Please.
1 on the part of one of the monks.
Yes.
Excellent.
Other one. Ooh, 4. They are not rolling well. I think they're both trying to get at
Not
this
touch the
dagger.
knife.
And they're knocking each other out of the way.
Yeah, well, they're trying
Also, they
to
don't
come
want
up
to
with
grab the blade.
Yeah, I think yes, this is exactly one of those
Yeah.
moments where all 3 of you are kind of trying to catch this dagger without actually grazing the blade, and you're the only one who is successful.
Awesome.
Everyone, let's play Spin the Dagger.
Yeah.
The dagger of death.
Yeah, one of the monks that rolled the nat 1 actually goes prone to try to catch it, but fails, but is prone at your feet.
Okay.
The mystic, she's totally just focused on healing the king. She's going down 7 side points.
Oh god. She's a higher level mystic than me. I can only use 5 side points at once.
Yeah, depending on level, you have a side limit.
The king is healed for 28 points.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's about right.
Then you gotta kick him a couple times.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah.
Hit him
He's
again.
got more HP than I do now.
Well, stab him one more time.
Yeah, no. No, I got that in mind. Don't worry.
Yeah. The king stumbles to his feet, looks very upset,
Well, when isn't he? When is he not?
and pulls a dagger.
Okay. Okay. Yes, good.
16.
Hits.
You die.
Okay. That's that.
Okay.
Like
Yep.
0 hit points die?
No, like, it's the same kind of dagger die. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's at 0 hit
Okay,
points.
zero.
Okay.
She's at, sorry.
I was
She's
like,
at 0
she gets the saving rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there was no way 3 to 1 was going to work out for me anyway at half life that I walked in there.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Jumping back to you guys.
Can
And
we
then there's, like,
dramatically enter the room right as she gets stabbed?
no.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
It would have been really cool.
Cinematic.
Great
No.
You just like drop both of us. Oh, well, I guess Una's in charge right now.
Yeah. And she would have been, it would have been like, yes! As they both fly out.
You are on the bridge
Okay.
that is going into the Black Gate.
Second question.
What?
Where's the Draco Lich been this whole time?
I'm so glad you asked that
Why?
question.
Why?
You are.
Don't give the DM ideas.
Loose ends!
You
You
are.
trip over them.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
You are on this giant bridge.
Sorry, guys.
Well, no, I mean, I was going to have it swoop down at you
Okay.
anyways. You are, I'd say, about dramatically halfway across this
course.
long bridge.
That's a little further than halfway.
Don't argue the inaccurate doodle.
You are racing across this bridge.
So Dimitri is awake now?
Dimitri is awake now.
All right,
Dimitri
I'm
is
running.
running for it. Right?
I'm running. Yeah.
You're
I mean,
running?
he did You didn't have to get out of the arm.
Yeah, when you wake up, let's
save your strength.
let's not jump to conclusions. You wake, or you come to, and you are cradled in the firm and immalleable arms of your metal husband. Do not tell Trash Hulk about our relationship. Anyways, yeah, Trash Hulk is carrying you.
No, I'm Metal Husband.
Metal husband. Metal
Husband
husband.
Trash Hulk.
Yeah.
It's
You're Trash Hulk. Alex Trash Hulk.
No, Final Pam.
Oh. No, she's Final Pam.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway,
I am the Final Pam.
Salima is Final Pam. She has an apocalyptic final attack.
Rochi?
Hey, it's me, Rochi.
That's your show.
I'm
Pam.
I have no idea
my
what's going
God,
on.
Ron's back.
All right. Okay. You wake up in the firm and immalleable arms of Solkinn Rai. Dimitri, what do you do?
I'm going to look around and just get my bearings.
Okay.
Figure out what
Literally?
the deal is with this bridge.
Yeah.
Let me get my bearings. I feel like that's a euphemism.
You, I think, because you're on your back, you are the first one to look up and see, oh, hey, there's a Draco Lich that's back.
I'm just gonna yell, dragon!
It is circling up above you and appears to be preparing to dive.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we are preparing to die.
Hey,
What do, guys?
put me down.
Put me down. All right.
Yeah, so you put... Whose turn was it last when we were fighting the Mind Flayers? I feel like it was
I think-
Dimitri's.
No, you cast.
No.
You cast. The
I cast
gust.
Gust of Wind, you picked him up, and we ran.
Yeah, Solkinn Rai. It was Solkinn Rai's turn.
Right.
So I'm giving you guys one turn to prepare Ella Very Ella.
Oh,
What do
God.
you do?
I can't attack. I'm gonna give everyone Bless.
Hey.
Draw a card.
Okay.
And you all get a d4 to add to attack rolls or saving throws for the next...
How long is it?
Minute? It doesn't say on
I
this.
think it's minute. It's a battle thing. What?
Please don't be more death.
It's not.
There's gonna be so much more death.
I'm
Well,
trying to.
And like an insta-kill card.
No, I'm trying to.
Total party kill. Well, fun podcast, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean...
Rock bottom.
Oh, fuck!
No. 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 We just climbed this damn thing.
Well, if we all roll and the dragon gets the lowest constitution...
And he crashes to the
We
ground.
can. Yeah. We can. Let's go for it. Let's go for this,
boy.
guys.
This could go
Everybody
really
roll
could go really
Constitution.
Oh, it's a saving throw though.
It's a
right?
Constitution. Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw.
We get to use our d4s.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God you did that. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's also what got us into this mess.
Yes. Okay.
But it might also, prove to be amazing.
So it's just a straight roll, you don't add anything to it?
No,
or you
it's
add
a saving throw if you're proficient in it.
I'm not.
All right. Oh, that was
So roll.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
17.
15.
18.
How does it always happen to
I'm a barbarian too. This should be my jam.
No, I'm gonna say you have a rock bottom.
So I'm basically like stuck where I'm standing.
There's a glitch. Suddenly, Una, she's been doing her best.
Oh, did she
up to
like
now.
bust up my leg actuators or something?
She pulled
I
the
don't think
wrong
it's-
cord.
I don't think it's that permanent, but I think you can't move.
Like at all?
You literally have a
you can't
rock bottom.
run.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
run.
I'm stationary.
Your actuators clench up all of a sudden.
Cramp.
You've been doing a lot of sprinting,
Yeah.
and you've been carrying people.
Also, I was just recently completely deactivated, so
Yes.
maybe there's like a warm up happening.
So I'm going to say for one turn, you can't move.
Okay, I don't need to move.
Well,
My hands transform into blow torches.
Well, did you drop them first?
Well, he's
I'm
dropped.
hanging around
Oh,
his
okay.
neck.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just looking straight up at the dragon.
Okay. It is Dimitri's turn.
I reach into my pack and I pull out the scroll of Big B's hand.
Oh, dang.
Okay. I like this. What does Big B's hand even do?
Create a hand of shimmering translucent force in unoccupied space you can see within range. Range is 120 feet. The hand is considered large. It moves at your command, mimicking the movements of your own hand. It has a strength of 26 and a dexterity of 10.
Jesus, 26?
And I can do anything I could do with my regular hand.
Okay.
What kind of...
Swat.
So are you going
That's
to swat with
I
it?
am going to...
That's a bonus of 8.
I am going to cast Big B's hand, and the shimmering, glowing hand appears in midair. I am going to grab the Dracolich right by the tail and yank it straight down as hard as I can.
Nice.
Nice. Yes. Strength versus strength.
Tail's gonna break off.
Oh.
Unless it's being held together by
At least
magic.
won't be able to do a tail sweep.
Yeah. There's that.
You'll have a tale to tell later.
Ah.
I'm not sure if this would count as grasping hand or not, but let's see.
I mean, it rolled a 3, so.
I'm yanking it straight down
Okay.
and crushing the tail.
Okay.
I'm trying to smash it into the bridge.
Oh.
Not on top of us, right?
Oh,
yeah.
It's not directly above us.
Well, speaking of rock
Well,
bottom,
but if we break the bridge...
What's this bridge made out of?
obsidian?
I'm gonna say, as the DM, you yank it down and it hits the bridge behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
And the bridge starts to collapse.
Son of a... I can't move!
You can't move!
No!
Dimitri!
Speaking of death,
By crushing it, it's 2d6 plus my spellcasting ability.
Okay.
and then
roll that.
and then
I don't
how
know.
But
far?
hitting the bridge.
What?
It fell, I'd say 100 feet.
So minus 10 feet for like safe landing, and
Yeah.
that's 96 unless it like can acrobatics, but it's a giant freaking lizard.
Being pulled backwards.
Yeah.
Need more d6.
One more.
One more d6. Alright, math it for me.
Mathing,
32.
mathing.
Okay. It takes that damage from falling.
Okay.
And then what does Big B's hand, the monster's hand, do to it?
That's
It takes another 2d6 plus my spellcasting ability modifier from me squishing it.
Okay, so roll out that damage.
Don't have my spellcasting ability modifier written.
What? It's
My attack
charisma,
bonus.
so +5.
Oh, plus 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
10. Okay. It looks pissed.
For all
The bridge underneath you starts to crack loudly
How
and
far
to
back?
splinter. Say, the bridge itself is probably about 60 feet, so probably about 20 feet away from you.
Yay!
Let's see.
How quickly does a bridge collapse
It
in
is
6
Solkinn Rai.
seconds?
Yeah, it is Solkinn Rai's turn.
I can't move.
You can use
You
your,
can attack.
your turn to make a Constitution check to try to figure out what's going on with your leg and unstick yourself.
Is the dragon still falling because of the collapsing bridge, or is it now like
It's on the
up?
bridge, and the bridge underneath it is
I think
collapsing.
you still get the D4 for your saving throw.
All right, you're still holding on to me.
Mm-hmm.
How would it take an action to grab Dimitri?
No.
Grab Dimitri, and then switch to grappling hook and fire towards the gate.
Yes.
I like it. Okay?
And this is technically an attack, right?
Yeah.
What about
yeah. So
the
just make an
bless?
attack. Oh yeah, with the bless.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
You said that I'm using strength for the grappling hooks, right?
We can use whichever's higher.
At this point, just try to live.
Just try to live, please.
Reckless attack too.
Oh, okay.
I'm just flourishing with it, just trying to shoot it as hard as I can.
Okay, sounds good.
Good thing.
Come on.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
19.
So 29.
29. All right, that is definitely more than enough. Well, you tell the story.
I put the grappling hook on probably the first stable thing I can find, and then kick the actuator that is going to reel us into high gear.
Okay.
And there's that squealing noise as
So you're
it's
just-
kind of slipping a little bit. Just,
Yeah.
and also my legs are scraping against the glass.
Okay. Sounds good.
Here we go.
You are sort of flying across this bridge. The Dracolich is crawling after you
Well,
as the bridge is.
If I'm getting pulled along, my hand probably goes like, boom, and so I'm still holding onto the tail. So Bigby's hand would be going straight down off the side of the bridge.
Why would it be going straight down?
Because it mimics
Because-
his hand movement.
Yeah, and I'm getting jerked backwards.
So his hand is falling.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. So it is. So the Dracolich is trying to come after you, but it's holding onto the bridge at this point and is just like desperately clinging on for dear life. It is the Dracolich's turn. Ooh.
1v1 me, you bastard. Final destination.
Oh no. We're all grouped
No
up.
items.
Not the head.
What do dragons do when their prey is grouped up?
Oh no.
It opens up its maw.
Oh, son of a-
And inside of its mouth, you
modern.
start to see
Oh, no, it's a
this
blue dragon.
lightning build up inside of it.
Oh, this is gonna go bad.
And it inhales, and Una comes out of the back of Solkinn Rai
and says briefly to Dimitri in passing, "Get him, laddie." And then goes out. Her body expands in each direction like a net, and the lightning blast hits her, and she shatters into a million pieces. And the bridge collapses, and you barely, it's just going out from underneath of your feet as you go flying into the black gate.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, oh no,
Cool.
It's open. There's an opening into which the bridge
I'm
goes.
gonna say that there's so much stress on the grappling hook that it snaps as we fly through because it's still hooked on the thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just barely manage to get inside. And then you tumble to the floor in a heap. How is everyone feeling?
Solkinn Rai grabs one of his legs.
Been better.
So you are all lying on the floor. What do?
I'm gonna crawl to the door and look at the wreckage.
Okay. It seems like the Draco Lich is really, really fucked up. It just got hit by a bridge. It's lying down in... The bridge itself has actually fallen on the labyrinth, which is trying to repair itself. And in doing so is actually kind of going into the Draco Lich.
Oh.
And seems like it's trying to repair itself through the flesh of the Draco
Sounds
Lich.
uncomfortable.
Wall hacking.
It's like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. The labyrinth is repairing itself. It is life eternal, and this Draco Lich, this undead
It's struggling in
monstrosity,
this.
just fell down into the middle of this nest.
With
I-
obsidian shards
do something?
in it too.
Sure.
I'm going to let go of the Draco Lich, and I'll use Bigby's hand to pick up a shard of bridge.
Uh-huh.
And I'll whisper, "This is for Una." And hit it straight through the head.
Nice. Nice. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You fucking kill a Draco Lich.
Yeah.
Yeah!
That's probably worth a couple levels.
Oh god.
Oh yeah! I can't believe you actually fought that thing and lived. Well done, everyone. Alright.
I remember
I throw up the
Una.
horns with Bigby's hand.
when you were first building the Draco Lich, you're like, they better not fight this, they better not fight this.
I remember.
Yeah. I was thinking, yeah, who would do that?
Let us never do that again.
Here ends episode 19 of Dungeons Against Humanity. Cards pulled this episode were Ice Pick Lobotomy and Rock Bottom. Music is used under the Creative Commons license and include Genesis, A Good Day to Die, and The Battle of 3033 by Miguel Johnson, and Dark Ambient by Mew. If you like what you heard, please mention us on social media under the hashtag #DAPodcast. That's DAH Podcast. Also, please don't forget to rate us on iTunes or wherever you listen. Next episode of the podcast will be up in 2 weeks, so see you then. Bye.